So, I'm not sure why I'm doing this, but I wanted to get this off on the right foot. WWE Money in the Bank main event coming up. The women's and men's 2020 ladder matches with a contract for the World Championship hanging on top of not just the ring, but the WWE headquarters in Stamford, Connecticut. Currently, they're airing a commercial of The Undertaker's documentary soon to be released, and it looks pretty good. So what's happened so far today? Off the top of my head, Seth Rollins lost to Drew McIntyre in a really decent match, and the ending of the match, Drew McIntyre extended his hand to shake Seth's hand as a sign of respect, and Seth, to my unending delight, actually reciprocated. That was nice, and Braun Strowman defeated Bray Wyatt, but not The Fiend, just Bray Wyatt, after causing a distraction with the sheep mask that he used to use as part of the Wyatt family way back when, I think 2015? As you can hear in the background, Michael Cole is in the process of explaining how this is going to go down. I'm endlessly thrilled to see what it's going to be like, so they're showing it currently. The match is going to end at the roof with trees around it, artificial trees, and both briefcases are hanging together. I thought one of them was going to be before or after, but it seems they're trying to... Oh, simultaneously. There you go. Okay, now we have the entrances starting. Lacey Evans. They're showing me a little graphic with signature move, hometown, Paris Island. I didn't know she was from Paris Island. Nia Jax just walks around with her newfound arrogance. San Diego. I didn't know she was from there either. Anyway. On the men's side, now we have AJ Styles making his way out. I hope he's given a lot of really nice spots in the match. I like his attitude ever since turning heel, even though his heater is gone. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Otis is there. Honestly, I have not been following the weekly episodic television show, Raw or SmackDown, that religiously. I've been catching up on YouTube videos, so this is going to be rather interesting. AJ Styles and Otis trash talking. Now the Princess of Staten Island, I think that's her name. Yeah, she is from Staten Island, New York. Carmella, the third entrant into the women's portion of this match. I'm not even sure how they're going to do this simultaneously. I don't want the finishes to overlap. Shayna Baszler, there you go. The woman who was supposed to be pushed to the moon, but her push was stifled, and she lost to Becky Lynch. And I don't know what they're going to do with this anymore. I just hope it doesn't become this entire matches. I just hope they don't become complete parodies of what a match is supposed to be. Now there he is! My pick to win this match. Aleister Black. After years, I'm not even, I think, exaggerating, after years, if this man wins, it's going to be the first seriously good winner of that accolade. You need a serious competitor. And then you have, the comical Baron Corbin, the go-away heel heat. I'm sorry for people who actually like his heel work. I have never been able to take him really seriously. So, I hope Aleister Black wins it. Oh, Dana Brooke is out now. I remember she was in this match. She had a segment with Carmella on SmackDown where they're teasing, turning on each other, or something like that. Dana Brooke probably not going to win this. She has zero momentum going into this match. Well, to be fair, no one has really any momentum except for Nia Jax. Okay, I take my words back. Asuka's there too. To some extent, Shayna as well, but given her sudden drop in push, I don't think she's going to win it. But I really hope she does. Rey Mysterio's out for the men. And I don't think he's winning it. I think he's there to just add to the star power of this match. But I would have zero issues with Rey Mysterio winning it, actually. I'm fine with AJ Styles winning it. I'm fine with Daniel Bryan winning it, even though I don't see Daniel Bryan winning it. if they want to give The Undertaker a World Championship run, AJ Styles could be a good way to do it, actually. Whoa. Okay, we have Asuka starting from what seems to be the first floor of the building, and she's probably going to jump. The men are trash-talking to each other before starting their portion of the match. Rey Mysterio is looking around, not entirely sure. The bell rang, and lo and behold, they're brawling with each other. Otis and Styles group away. Asuka jumps on top of everyone. That's a nice way to start, I guess. Everyone on the floor, writhing in pain, apparently. Okay, yeah, they're really in pain. Everyone's selling this really, really hard. Asuka's dancing. Earlier I had some issues with her just rambling in Japanese in her eccentric energy style, but it's grown on me. I don't mind it. Asuka's looking to get in the elevator and for the door to close before anyone can stop it, and everyone does, I think. Or do they? They try, but they can't. So Asuka has a lead over everyone else in this match for now. Aleister Black and Rey Mysterio have branched away for a little spot of their own. They're brawling near gym equipment. They don't have much history, do they? Even though Zelina Vega handling or managing Rey Mysterio would be interesting. Baron Corbin and Daniel Bryan seem to be the other couple of superstars who are currently brawling. Bryan hangs off a monkey bar and kicks Corbin just before Corbin throws some equipment into a mirror, breaking that mirror. Great. Styles and Otis, that's an interesting pairing. Or rather exciting pairing, I should say. Interesting is everything in this match to me. Only because it's never happened before. In case you missed the build to this match, it's never happened before, and the risk is worth the reward. My ears have bled from that being repeated over and over again. Ouch, that looked painful. Aleister Black's head crashed into a hard surface. I'm not exactly sure what it was. Otis and Styles still brawling. Otis getting the upper hand for now. Entertaining heel AJ Styles needs some wins, though. That's part of the reason I will be completely happy if he actually wins this match. Otis is actually going to put a... Okay, whoa, he's actually putting a weight on top of AJ Styles across his chest, which I do not think AJ Styles can lift, so he's going to be left there with his chest being pressed down on. Styles is begging Mysterio to help him out. I don't think Mysterio can help him, even if he tried. So Styles is stuck on the ground floor. Daniel Bryan is running through some corridor. Corbin is asking him to get back here. I hope Aleister Black wins this match. Jesus, please make it happen. Mysterio is running, but he takes a right to the men's bathroom, and you have... Okay, I think I should know who this is, but it's a giant gentleman who looks very red and is smiling very creepily and is in a blue suit white suit with a white tie. It's not very pleasant. So Bryan is leading the chase, and he gets caught by Corbin in front of the elevator. Black is brawling with Otis, both up-and-coming stars. Otis winning would be okay, I suppose. But actually no. I would be pretty enraged if Otis was the one who came out on top. It would be just them reacting to his angle with Mandy Rose and just, Beauty and the Beast concept being dragged around. Given the WWE's history with comical characters, I think Damien Sandow failed to cash in. Same with Baron Corbin. For me, it's a comical act of Corbin, not for everyone. And also, I think let me think of another comical act not proving to go down successfully. Damien Sandow is one. Damien Mizdow at that time. Also, R-Truth, Capital Punishment 2011. He had a World Championship opportunity, and they just made a joke out of him, so he didn't win. Wouldn't be a credible champion even if he did win. And now we have it. Hey, the women's and men's matches are intersecting, even though they're not hitting each other. It's okay. That's good, I suppose. But the brawl continues. Asuka is very smartly not engaging so far. Shayna Baszler sees Asuka, and she's now in pursuit. They're making their way higher up the building. Aleister Black is stomping down on Otis. I really hope Aleister Black wins. Who was the last credible winner of the Money in the Bank anyway? Lesnar winning was a joke last year. I really hope it's someone... Well, everyone's full-time here, so that's a good thing. But I really hope it's not... Actually, I'd be fine with even... Who was the other... Mysterio? Well, yeah, I'll be fine with him winning it. Danny O'Brien, he's already won it once. I don't see the point in him winning it. Corbin was wasted, so please no. Bryan's now moving to the top. Baron Corbin is still there. Now we have, what? Doink the Clown behind the chair, just having a guest appearance, I suppose. Well, I like it. Dana Brooke is just walking through the corridor, and she sees... Oh, yeah. Well, Staten Island, Princess Staten Island, what's her name? Carmella is trying to brawl with... trying to brawl with Nia Jax, and that doesn't go down well. They're in a conference room with a ridiculously long table. Well, nothing rivaling Edge and Randy Orton's table from their Last Man Standing match. Whoa, wait. We had a technical difficulty? It's buffering. Okay. Buffering? No. My internet. Yeah. Internet stopped. Okay, here we go. Here we are. Okay, so we continue from there, from the conference room. Baszler and Brooke are there, and Nia Jax is there too. Baszler and Jax have a moment right now facing off with each other. There's potential there if they actually take Baszler seriously. This is a... Okay. Jax is just not very graceful, but she's not supposed to be graceful, I get that. Oh, Brooke with a chair shot to the back of Jax, and Jax is just down on the ground. Down for the count. She took her out, apparently. Brooke unhooks a briefcase on top of the table, and she's celebrating. Is this it? This cannot be it. There's a briefcase on top of the roof. There's some celebratory music going on. Oh, Stephanie McMahon is here.
Newsflash. This is the Money in the Bank conference room. You guys are destroying...
She didn't win this.
The real Money in the Bank briefcase is on the roof.
So they needed McMahon to make an appearance here to... I don't know why, but it's nice, I suppose.
Clean that up. She's drooling all over the place.
Nia's apparently still motionless on the ground, which completely derails her monster gimmick so far. Just bulldozing through everyone. Ouch. So Carmella doing her Mella's Money thing and putting a poster through Dana Brooke's head and then her torso. Doing her stupid moonwalk and just going away. Taken out by a very vicious looking women's right by Lacey Evans. I'd be fine with Lacey Evans winning, honestly. She's fine. She needs the world title at some point. Especially with the position she's in. Women's Revolution. Former Marine woman. Very good symbol for the entire movement going forward. They'll use her. AJ Styles, trash talking. I love this. The entire body of work that he's been displaying. Especially in that Boneyard match with the Undertaker. But maybe they'll revisit that feud. Who knows? Styles is just looking for Rey Mysterio apparently for not helping him with the weights earlier, with letting him be free off the weights. Oh, Styles looks around and there's the Undertaker's poster. The classic gong going off. Fantastic. So they will have another match apparently, which is great news because the Undertaker has that The Last Ride documentary, which makes me nervous about his retirement, even though he should be retired in a way. But he still has a lot of potential in the sense that he can be used in very creative ways to not hurt his legacy. Just don't make him lose at WrestleMania. That's pretty much as far as I go. Styles apparently opens the door, and it is covered in blue smoke. I'm going to go with smoke. And Styles has flashbacks to that Boneyard match where he got buried alive, even though he just returned a couple weeks later, but who cares? Oh, they're showing Taker put him in the grave and AJ Styles' tombstone. Alan Jones. Black with just a cake, it's not black mass. But he puts Styles in that room. What the hell's going on? Okay, so he just latches the door. I think the symbolism is that he has locked Styles in his fears, with his fears in that room, but it's just a door he can open and go out anytime. We have Paul Heyman enjoying some food. Oh no. The men's army led by Otis, and then the women, they both meet here as well. I don't get it. Why would they collide here? There's a bickering with each other for some reason. Oh, Paul Heyman was doing his classic "Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman," and he's interrupted by Carmella? And then Otis is going crazy? Oh no. Food fight? No! He puts a lot of food, a massive tray of food, and throws it at Paul Heyman's face. And everyone's just shocked. Rey Mysterio's shocked, as if, this is something amazing. Everyone's now just going crazy with a food fight. I hate food fight angles. I was raised to, and this is going to sound as a complete, party pooper sort of thing, but I never liked food fights. Why is Shayna Baszler choking out Rey Mysterio? And then Otis and Nia Jax sandwich Rey Mysterio, no pun intended, given the food fight. And Rey Mysterio's down for the count. It's crazy what they're doing. Black and Bryan seem to be the only ones not interested in a stupid food fight and actually fighting. Really good that they're showing that. Paul Heyman is still recovering from the stupid plate of food that he got stuffed in his face by Otis. It's disgraceful. Not in good taste. No pun intended again. Dana Brooke and Nia Jax are also there. Jax smacks her into a vending machine. Jesus, I was brought up to, respect food and eat every morsel and everything. My mom taught me that, and she's a lovely woman. She's awesome. And I just hate food fights. They're wasting so much food. Okay, that was a good-looking powerbomb by Nia Jax on Carmella through the table. She just had they're making it very cinematic. With the camera angles, the daunting shots. Looking up at Nia Jax. Otis and Jax are just looking at each other while Otis, not very sophisticatedly, eats something, and food drops out of his mouth. Nia shakes her head and just goes about her business, I suppose, of doing something. Where is she going? If they're both headed to the same destination, why would they take different routes? It makes no sense. Well, maybe they have two different routes to get there, but given that people don't know that, it's complete bullshit. They're just figuring it out as they go. Oh, this isn't even over. Otis is pie now. He's in a confectionery, some bakery sort of place. Food court. Oh. John Laurinaitis. People power. Yeah, hit the pie in his face. Why not? I think that was the reason why he was brought in here anyway. There you go. Brilliant. Off his little, I don't even know what it is, little transportation device, like a very little scooter. And Laurinaitis is bemoaning his stupid appearance. Fine, that pie in the face was fun, but still, it's pie. I could eat pie. Asuka's frantically asking a cleaner where, I presume, where the roof is. Just up, sweetheart. You just gotta, keep looking. Okay, Asuka is stopping everyone from following her by throwing a mop at them. Dana Brooke is right after them, and she falls on her back, and she's just selling it very well. Asuka and Baszler, that could be a good feud in the future if they build Baszler up. I'm sorry, I'm repeating that point again and again, but it warrants mentioning. Baszler is amazing and could be used very well. Her promos need to improve a little bit. But she's got massive, not just potential, ability. Lacey Evans is just crawling to her feet, and then she's trying to run. Everyone is taking the same route, thankfully. There's logic there. There's a blue stare sign possibly to show blue stairs, you know? Aleister Black and Daniel Bryan, probably my two favorite gentlemen in the match. Okay, AJ Styles has something to say about it. He intersects Black and keeps hammering away on AJ Styles, on Bryan. And Bryan is fighting back. They have a nice little angle going. Okay, they brawl into a room, very good looking room. It's an office. It looks like an office. Lots of grunting, like... It's Vince McMahon's office! Okay. They're both just stop in their tracks. It's just, Vince McMahon is going, what the hell are you guys doing? Out. They're very childishly pointing at each other that he started it or something. Very coyly leaving the room. Don't fire us in this mass exodus of employees. Styles very courteously rearranges the chairs properly, and they both leave. This was hilarious. McMahon is still there. Oh. McMahon is shown using the sanitizer to cleanse his hands and then sits back down, turns around to do something. I don't... yeah. Styles and Bryan apparently discussing their actions and their respective cowardice. Instead of, I don't know, going to the damn roof. Come on, guys. Oh, there we go. The fight picks up again. All right. I'm liking this so far. You know, it's crazy. It's unorthodox. Sure, they had to improvise with everything. The music is very cinematic. The shots are more cinematic than usual, but the camera work overall is not horrible. Aleister Black is back. It's not an easy thing to say over and over again. Aleister Black is back. Corbin is shown to be dominating. Please don't have him win. My biases against this booking are, in my eyes, very justified. I wouldn't have him win. Because, okay, this is actually for the end of the video, but I'll see how I can make this point very clear. Money in the Bank is a concept for winners. Not for people who win it, but actually for people who have won it after winning it. They should just win. There's no point of cash-ins failing. There's just no sense in that. If you have someone win, show the confidence in them that they're going to win this. Okay, now we have some generic rock music. Not bad. Okay. I like rock music. What can I do? And I think the action is going to shift to the actual roof now. I really hope they don't have intersecting finishes. It would be complete chaos and just I'm against it. For whatever reason. Well, I just said my reasons. It's very chaotic. Then they have intergender matches, which are not allowed, but they're comfortable with Randy Orton RKOing, Rey Mysterio 619ing, Nia Jax, Dolph Ziggler super kicking Nia Jax in that Royal Rumble. So the lines are a little blurred. I don't want that. I wanted an individual women's Money in the Bank ladder match and a men's ladder match. Nia Jax picks up Lacey Evans and does not slam her down, just lets her fall away. What is going on? There's a massive ladder apparently. Nia Jax with a ladder as big as her, almost as big as herself, and she slides into the ring. Through the ropes. Is she gonna win this? I mean, it would make sense for her to win it, but she's just a horrible, horrible promo. I'm really sorry, but she's almost as bad as Natalya. Now, I love Natalya as a in-ring performer, but it's that corny. Nia Jax is really horrible on the mic. I really hope she doesn't win it. Lacey Evans, sure. With some history with Becky Lynch from last year too. Last year or the last year, I don't know. Asuka's there, yelling in Japanese, even grunting in Japanese. I mean, probably not, but it seems that way. I'd like to think so. Lacey Evans with a women's right, and she actually knocks down Nia Jax. Well, Nia Jax goes down like a bag of bricks with a chair shot to her back, not to move for the next 10 minutes, so that makes sense. Lacey Evans is stopped by Asuka. Brought to the ground. Are they going to have Asuka win? I'd be fine with Asuka winning because she's gotten the short end of the stick, so to speak, ever since her loss to Charlotte. So her getting wins would be amazing. I thought she should have won against Becky Lynch at the Royal Rumble, if I'm not mistaken. That's where they had their match. But Becky Lynch is a different topic. I don't want to go off on Becky Lynch at the moment. Asuka should be winning almost everything. You know, she's that good, and she's entertaining. She's got me on this train, the bandwagon Asuka train. Not only because of her ability, I was already on the train for that, but even for her entertainment value. She's been adding life and a jovial aspect to everything she is a part of. Now, Lacey Evans is scaling the ladder, a lot of back and forth going on. I'm really glad the men have not been here at the moment. You know, it's just, I don't want that. Let's say that for later. Asuka, again, getting the upper hand, trying to scale the ladder. Will she get there? Will she get there? Lacey Evans versus Asuka's going on. No hint of the presence of Carmella and what's her name? Dana Brooke. Nowhere to be seen. Even Shayna Baszler's not here. What's going on? Where is Baszler? Is she still hovering around trying to find her way to the roof? Oh, I didn't want Baszler to be an afterthought. Asuka's done away with Lacey Evans. She's surveying the scene before scaling the ladder. If this is it, I'm fine. Just win it, you know? Shot very amazingly. Shot very well. But oh, there she is. There's Shayna Baszler. Finally. Is she gonna... What? What the hell? No, I'm sorry. That was not Shayna Baszler. That is Baron Corbin trying to stop Asuka from winning the women's briefcase? What the hell? See, this is why I didn't want to see over intersecting storylines with the men and women, because you can't go in that direction. Asuka's apparently unhooking the briefcase. She does win it. She does win it. Your 2020 Women's Money in the Bank winner, Asuka. Empress of Tomorrow. I'm happy for her. Great. She's won a Royal Rumble. She wins a Money in the Bank. She deserves it. She deserves to not having her undefeated streak broken at WrestleMania by Charlotte. So I'm happy with everything Asuka gets. It's a pretty decent entrance theme that she has too. Michael Cole is now reviewing the finish of the match. So I didn't miss him. Probably because I've been talking over all the action, but you know, that's the whole point of this video, so I'm not sorry. This audio. Asuka's just celebrating in Japanese. I love Asuka. She's amazing. Okay, now what's gonna happen with the men's? So I really hope, really hope Aleister Black wins it. I really cannot remember the last credible Money in the Bank winner that we've had. Who won it? In fact, I should probably look it up. I can only remember Baron Corbin and okay, so we have Otis trying to win this, but he breaks the lowest rung of the ladder with his feet. What is he trying to do? Baron Corbin stops him. Completely irrelevant, actually. Baron Corbin is a solid worker. He has great moves. I just don't feel any sort of a connection with him. Maybe that's just me. And the only connection I do feel when I see him is that please go away. That's not a slight to him. That's more of a slight to his booking. There's no credibility. He never wins cleanly. Never wins against anybody cleanly. Anybody important, that is. That entire feud with Roman Reigns was pointless. But at least it kept Roman Reigns from winning another World Championship. Aleister Black in the ring again. Otis being the victim of a black mass. And then Rey Mysterio performs his senton on him. Black and Mysterio. Tug of war for the ladder. Standing ladder. What are they trying to do? Pull it away from each other? Just try to hit each other with it. Or pull each other closer. So that you can hit the other with the ladder. Anyway. They're both scaling the ladder. It's a nice spot. AJ Styles has different plans, and he causes both of them to fall off the ladder, and they're out of commission for the time being. Styles is recovering while the ladder leans on the top rope. Did Baron Corbin threw Mysterio off? Did he throw him off the damn building? Jesus, they're not showing where the people land, so I know it's not, but it looks as if he's throwing them off the roof and onto... Jesus Christ! Okay. Aleister Black is gone, so I guess he's not winning it. La-di-da. I really hope Black somehow still wins it. It's impossible. Okay, Styles winning is fine too. Styles is climbing the ladder. Please win it. Then we have Daniel Bryan there. But Corbin is of course still part of the match for some reason. Otis is pulling Styles away or down. Corbin has slammed Bryan's shoulders into the turnbuckle, and Bryan is out of the ring. Sounds with a Pele kick on Otis. Okay, good. The match itself has been pretty okay. Sounds with a forearm on Otis, and now he's going for a phenomenal forearm, and he performs it. Fantastic. So I'm hoping and guessing that takes Otis out of the running, and Styles is the only one in the ring so far, but of course, I'm pretty sure Corbin is somehow going to crash this. Yeah, there he is. Of course he's going to crash it. Where's Shayna Baszler? I don't know. Anyway, she didn't win it, so that doesn't matter at the moment. Styles and Corbin are just completely the only two people relevant in the match so far. Styles is trying to get the upper hand on Corbin. They're just brawling. Where is it? Where is Aleister Black? Where is he? Come on. No. I'll just... During this tussle, I just look at the previous Money in the Bank winners. They're just yelling at each other. It's a good thing we can listen to it. Okay, so... Okay, who wins it? Corbin is off the ladder, and Styles had it for a second, but the briefcase fumbled, and Otis has it? Otis wins the match. What? He's having a Rocky sort of moment. Yo, Mandy, I did it. Okay. Elias intervenes and hits Corbin while he was on the ladder, causing the briefcase to fumble from his hands and away from the hands of AJ Styles too. Falls to Otis, who is now your Mr. Money in the Bank. So the winners are Asuka and Otis. Could be worse. Corbin could have won it, I suppose. Okay. Alright. I've shut that thing off, and first I'll just look at previous Money in the Bank winners, alright? Because that is important to me at the moment. Money in the Bank winners. WWE Money in the Bank. I really don't remember who's won this match in the past. Lesnar, Corbin. That's all I know. Bank, ladder, match, winners. Winner list. Now that's more like it. Okay, for the traditional Money in the Bank, ladder match. Every Money in the Bank ladder match, winners. Winner. Okay, I'm sorry if this is dragging on. This is only audio, I realize that. But, okay. So we have, of course, starting with Edge, the best in my eyes to ever win it. Rob Van Dam, perfect. Mr. Kennedy, didn't work out for him, but then Edge won the briefcase from him, cashed in on The Undertaker. Good times. Punk won twice in a row. Jack Swagger then won. Kane won and cashed in against Rey Mysterio. The Miz, great. Daniel Bryan had a wonderful moment. Then he cashed in on, I think Mark Henry or Big Show to win it. Alberto Del Rio, that was nice. Dolph Ziggler had a massive, massive reaction to his cash-in on Alberto Del Rio, actually, which was fantastic. John Cena, again, he's the first one who cashed in by announcing his cash-in, and then he lost to CM Punk. I think The Rock was involved somehow. I'm not sure. Or I think the Big Show was involved. Anyway, Damien Sandow, they ruined that as well. John Cena and Sandow were two people who failed at their cash-in. Randy Orton then won his to begin the ascent of Daniel Bryan. That was amazing. Seth Rollins won, which was amazing, and then his cash-in was one of the best as well at WrestleMania. Sheamus won and cashed in against, I think, Roman Reigns. That was nice. Dean Ambrose, okay, I remember Ambrose, cashing in on Seth Rollins after Rollins beat Reigns. So all three members of the Shield were world champion on one night. Carmella, yeah. Baron Corbin, I know that. Braun Strowman won Money in the Bank as well, and then he failed. Brilliant. See, this is why I don't remember them. Sheamus is fine. Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose was the last memorable, actual, credible threat. You can argue that Braun Strowman was there too, but he was just so funny all the time that I never believed him to be a world champion. But now he is, and he's slowly embracing the more serious side of his character, which is good. Great. Brock Lesnar last year. Complete joke. He doesn't need the briefcase to warrant a championship match, you know. But anyway, turning our sights to the two winners of this year's event. Asuka, I'm happy for her. I just hope they don't mess it up. For me, the entire Money in the Bank concept is made to serve as a launch pad for up-and-coming superstars. You've seen that with Edge. You've seen that with CM Punk to a certain extent. Even Dolph Ziggler, when he was relevant, more relevant. Randy Orton, sure, he was already a multiple-time world champion, but he had a great arc with Bryan, mostly for Bryan, but Randy Orton served as the head of the agent of the authority in the ring. Very well. Dolph Ziggler, great. All of these superstars can attribute a significant portion of their career's success to winning the Money in the Bank briefcase. So winning it should mean something. And it has. Even with Sheamus it has meant something. It's meant something to everyone. Except for Corbin. You know, if you ask a random fan, I doubt that they would remember that Corbin won. Maybe I'm wrong, who knows. But Corbin and Brock Lesnar, complete wastes of the briefcase. In my personal opinion, of course. It's me, so it'll be my opinion. Who else's opinion would there be, you know? But anyway. Otis winning I'm completely against it. I don't understand it. Well, actually, I do understand it. I believe that WWE sensed that, we have a hot angle on our hands because Otis versus Dolph Ziggler was the longest told story leading into WrestleMania, and the winner was received really well in Otis because of the cathartic nature of his victory, you know? He gets the girl, he gets the win, the heel loses. It was classic professional wrestling, and it was good. It was a feel-good moment. And now they see potential in that, so they're going to try to get Otis to do what? That's what I'm thinking. To win the championship? Chris Jericho had this to say about the entire winning a championship and how you can envision that through superstars. Just close your eyes and think of Otis, and I know there is a lot of hilarity that can be ensued from that, but anyway, moving past that. Otis, the performer. Do you see world champion written all over him? Or the belt placed across his waist or on his shoulders? And do you see a world champion there? At this moment of his career. It's not to say that Otis will not be worthy of being a world champion at some stage of his career. But right now, he's just not there for me. For me, if I can be completely honest, he's a comedy act. And he's a very good comedy act. He's probably the most effective comedy act aside from R-Truth. And he has a role to play, but he has a lot of singles victories to get before I can take him seriously as, number one, the winner of the Money in the Bank briefcase, number two, a world champion, and probably the most of all, as a serious singles competitor, because he's still attached to Tucker. So I can see why they got him to win it. There's a lot of drama, and there's a lot of interesting story arcs that you can make through Tucker protecting the Money in the Bank while Otis and Mandy have their own romantic angle going on, and you can have a slew of people trying to take the briefcase off him. If that's the case, I'm there. I'm on board for that. But given the history of WWE's treatment of comedy superstars, losing Money in the Bank, losing championship matches, losing every serious feud they're in, I just don't see it, you know? I just don't see how this can be more useful than, well, I'm biased in this case, but than Aleister Black winning it. In my eyes, according to me, he would have been the first actual worthy superstar to have won Money in the Bank since 2016. Dean Ambrose won the Money in the Bank, and his Money in the Bank tenure lasted less than a day because he rightfully cashed in on Seth Rollins right after, you know? So you need someone who represents the future of the company, and in this match, that was done very, very well by Aleister Black. He's getting the wins. He's beating Bobby Lashley. He beat Bobby Lashley in a match that had zero build-up, but at least he won with the black mass. Aleister Black has the look, has the talking ability, has the mystique to some extent. He's not completely rambling or participating in these stupid, completely stupid comedy segments that you have in the back, which has completely ruined my perception of, for example, what's his name? The dude who's bald and is now clean shaven, and he comes out dressed like a bad superhero from the 80s. Ricochet. That guy can go in the ring. He's amazing. He can do things probably 90% of the roster can't. He was fed to Brock Lesnar after some decent promos from him, but he was never going to win. I knew that. Everyone and their mother knew that. So, thankfully, Aleister Black has been shielded from all of that. He's not been part of completely stupid angles. He has preserved the aura of his character. He and the company both. So given the position and the booking that he's been receiving, I thought he could have been the only one that we take seriously moving forward. Seth Rollins is in a delusional messianic gimmick, and that's nice. He's been performing his role really well. He lost, but very interestingly to me, shook Drew's hand after losing. I'm interested to see where Seth Rollins goes from here. Maybe he has a feud with Buddy Murphy. We'll see. Drew McIntyre is amazing. He is completely cemented in probably everyone's eyes as the worthy, reigning, defending, undisputed WWE champion of the world. I did see Paul Heyman, so that was coming at some point. And he has not that many challengers. Tomorrow they're having Edge and Randy Orton return. I hope it's a reunion of Rated RKO. Or they have Orton have a serious feud with someone else. Or, even better, he could be protecting Edge. That would be interesting storytelling. The best told story leading to WrestleMania was Edge versus Randy Orton. I am in the minority of people who loved the match. The last man standing match. And it was amazing to me. Everything about it. No matter what. I loved the duration of it. I loved the fact that a last man standing felt like a last man standing match. Anyway, I'm in the minority there. The point is, they're both legends. And there aren't those many of them remaining on the roster. Orton can actually have a feud with someone to elevate them a little bit. But Orton, interestingly enough, on the other hand, needs to win. Needs to win something. Because he loses more than he wins. He should have won the championship off Kofi Kingston last year, in my eyes. Because you ended Kofi's reign by feeding him to Brock Lesnar in 8 seconds or 9 seconds, whatever it was. So Brock Lesnar needs to stop winning, first of all. I'm glad he's not there on programming right now. And Orton needs to take over that mantle so that he can win the championship, get some prestige back to that title. This is taking nothing away from Drew, though. So I'm guessing I want Orton to be a world champion and Drew to be a world champion right now in this specific phase. Because Braun Strowman, we'll see how Braun Strowman does. I might be getting ahead of myself, but the point is, you need credible challengers for Randy Orton, and you don't have those many. Aleister Black would have been perfect. AJ Styles would have been amazing as well. Styles versus McIntyre is something I am completely on board for. Same with Black, same with Mysterio even. But they gave it to Otis. Otis cashing in on Drew McIntyre. Otis cashing in on Braun Strowman. Let's see how it goes, you know. I will be watching. I'm not swearing off anything. I'm not enraged, but I do have massive amounts of skepticism moving forward. I'm happy for Asuka, though. Until next time. Hopefully I do this again, and if someone actually listens to this, and if you've made it this far, thank you. And I hope to see you again, either here or in the other channel. Cheers.